Mr. Vela, can you hear? You need to click on the mute button, Mr. Vela, so we can hear you. Right there.
Sorry.
Please state your name.
Christopher Lee Vela.
Okay, Mr. Vela, this is the state's motion to well, basically it's a it's a motion from California asking for us to establish some child support and medical support for this child that's in question. It appears that you were divorced in California. Is that true?
As far as actual divorce, I know it was in the process, but I don't think it's been official.
The divorce is not final yet?
No, ma'am, I don't think so. And that's something that's probably on my end. I'm stuck on some legal paperwork. I don't know how to fill out, or I'll submit paperwork, but it gets pushed back. So I send that through mail. But in terms of actual divorce, no, ma'am, I don't think it's official yet.
Okay, so you are the father of this child, Silas Vela. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me where you work right now, sir?
All right, guys, hold tight. This courtroom just got messy fast. The judge calls in Mr. Vela, who's scrambling with his mute button while the courtroom waits. As soon as he speaks, the judge dives in California's asking Texas to step in for child and medical support. Things already sound complicated: a pending divorce, paperwork delays, and confusion about what's even finalized. You can feel the tension as the judge starts connecting the dots between two states, one child, and a father clearly lost in legal translation.
And Ms. Urubaso, this is a confirmation of arrears or an establishment?
Establishment UFSA, Your Honor.
You may continue, Ms. Urubaso. Yours is a confirmation of arrears or an establishment?
An establishment, Your Honor. It's a UFSA.
Okay.
California is asking for us to set child support and medical support for the child.
But has he filed something over there? The divorce?
Mr. Vela, did you file a divorce in California?
No, ma'am, that was Miss Brandy.
Okay, and the divorce is still pending?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Meyer, is the divorce still pending in California?
At our last hearing, she said that it showed up on y'all's end as final, but I have not received any paperwork or any confirmation. And like Mr. Vela said, that he believes it's on his end, that he's not submitting anything, but they said that on y'all's end it shows as final.
Ms. Urubaso, I think you need to research that before we go forward.
I would agree, Your Honor. I would definitely agree with
Mr. Vela. And
now listen closely, because this is where it heats up. California claims a divorce is final, but Mr. Vela isn't so sure. His ex, Miss Meyer, says California's system shows final, yet she's never received paperwork. The courtroom falls into that awkward silence. Nobody knows what's legally true. The judge pauses, skeptical, and orders research before proceeding. Viewers, this is that classic courtroom limbo where bureaucracy meets broken communication, and the truth gets buried under forms, emails, and cross-jurisdiction.
Ms. Meyer, if it was final and there was something that sets child support, or here in Texas, if there's a divorce pending, we have to send it to Texas. So we're not talking about a long reset. We can set you all up for November the 18th.
Your Honor, it looks like we do have something from California, if I may share my screen.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Let me see. Can everyone see my screen here? This is from
You want to enlarge it a little bit, or unless I can? How do I do it?
I can enlarge it, Your Honor.
There. It says, go a little higher.
Yes.
Yeah. Family Relations Courthouse, findings and order after hearing. Custody, it's got their names. Judicial officer. The court has jurisdiction to make child custody orders in this case. You want to go further down?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the date of this? There's a parenting plan. Go further down.
All right, guys. Buckle up, the state's attorney shares her screen to prove California's position. We see official court orders, custody notes, and parenting plans dated July 10th, 2023. The judge leans in, reading line by line, the child remains in primary care of the mother. Boom. That hits hard. Still, she notices the word temporary on the order and instantly suspicion rises. The room goes quiet again. The judge questions whether this is even final or just another half-finished ruling lost between state lines.
This was in July the 10th, 2023, in the matter of marriage of Meyer and Vela. The child shall continue in the primary care of the mother. You want to go further down? So it's got
Yes, Your Honor.
visitation and custody issues. And that's it, right? There's only 2 pages. This was signed in July the 10th of 2023, Mr. Vela and Ms. Meyer. So even if there is something going over there, the UIFSA petition that has been filed is merely asking that this court, under the UIFSA statute, which means one person is in one state and the other one is in another state, it's just stating that we have to set child support. I think all you all were asking for child support current, right, Ms. Urubaso?
Yes, Your Honor. Child support and medical support.
Okay, so we're here only to set child support because this court here, it is signed by a judge. It says temporary. So, Ms. Meyer, do you know if there's anything, if you're looking at page 2, it says temporary judge. When I see the word temporary, I'm thinking there's a final after it, right?
Yeah.
And so this was in July of 2023. The question I would have is, was there anything after this date that would show final, to your knowledge?
No, ma'am. Not that I know.
The courtroom feels tense now. Both parents admit they've seen nothing final after July 2023. The judge finally decides, we'll handle current child support only. You can almost hear everyone exhale. Mr. Vela, clearly trying to stay composed, nods. But make no mistake, this isn't over. The mother's side watches closely as the support calculation clock begins ticking. And guys, if you've ever seen a courtroom pivot from custody to cash, you know this is where tempers start to simmer.
Know of.
Okay, Mr. Vela, to your knowledge, is there anything that there's a final order after this one?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Neither one of you have been presented with any paperwork or gone to court or anything after July of 2023?
Only for the child support case, but not for
here.
the
For Texas.
just for the child support cases that we've been.
But where, Ms. Meyer, here or in California?
Oh, here. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So we're going to proceed only with child support that's current from beginning November 4th, 1st to the present. I mean, forward,
Okay.
Mr. Vela, Ms. Meyer, okay?
Okay.
Any questions so far, Mr. Vela?
No, at the moment.
All right, Ms. Urubaso, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm just going to try to make it quick. So, Mr. Vela, you had an opportunity to talk with our child support officer, and
All right, the gloves come off, it's time for the money talk. The judge passes it over to the child support officer. She asks where Mr. Vela works, and boom, he's with the Texas Army National Guard. Respect to that, but no second job. That means every penny counts. He's up front, no side gigs, no extra income. The officer pulls out numbers from his checks, and you can feel everyone bracing for impact. Here comes the income breakdown, and it's going to set the stage for a heated debate.
you disclosed that you were working where?
I'm with the Texas Army National Guard.
And are you currently in the state of Texas or in California?
State of Texas.
Okay. And so do you have another job besides that one?
Unfortunately, no.
No? Okay. So, it was determined based off of, information that you provided to our child support officer from checks that you actually provided to that child support officer, that your income, gross monthly income, was $9,685.50. Is that correct? Do you agree with that amount?
As far as like a total amount, like I don't take home 9 grand in my pocket. It's always been like 7 to 8 at the most, and that
Oh, no.
fluctuates in between.
Yeah, this is actually just your gross. This is before taxes, sorry. So, based on your last check, calculated year to date from check that was dated October the 8th of 2025, October the 8th of 2025.
Here's where it gets real. The officer reveals Mr. Vela's gross monthly income, $9,685.5 based on actual pay stubs. The man looks stunned. I don't take home 9 grand, he says, clearly frustrated. But she cuts in that's before taxes. Boom. Facts only. This is courtroom math, not emotion. Using those numbers, the officer sets his child support at $1,295 per month, effective November 1st. When asked if he agrees, he fires back, honestly, no, and just like that, the tension spikes.
You had made $87,169.54. And we divided that by 9 and got $9,685.50 in gross monthly income. Okay. And so that last check that she provided, October the 8th, is that a correct check from your employer?
That's the last check stub I got. Yes.
Okay. All right. So do you have any other children?
I have one.
One other child. Okay. So giving credit for that child, we have calculated per the guidelines of the state of Texas, a child support amount in the amount of $1,295 a month, effective November the 1st of 2025. Are you in agreement to paying that amount?
Honestly, no.
Okay. All right.
No, ma'am.
And then medical support, Mr. Vela, do you currently carry insurance?
You can feel the air get heavy. The judge doesn't flinch. She shifts to medical insurance, asking if he covers the child. Mr. Vela explains he's tried repeatedly through both Tesla and the military's TRICARE plan, but his ex never accepted. She preferred the state's insurance. Classic custody clash, to systems, to parents, no agreement. Yet, the judge's tone sharpens. The law says whichever parent has coverage. We use that one. This is accountability time, no dodging. No emotional detours.
For the child?
I carry insurance for myself and my daughter, but as far as Silas, I've been trying to get him on TRICARE because that's the insurance I have to the military is TRICARE Reserve Select.
Yes.
And then prior to that too, when I worked at Tesla, I tried to get him on my insurance with Tesla when I was there.
Okay. But so you're working on that, and are you going to be, I mean, if we get an order, you will be able to put him on your insurance. What was holding you back from putting him on your insurance?
Brandy didn't feel comfortable, or she just wanted him on the state insurance that she receives for him. But I've never been, objected or disagreed to put him on insurance.
Well, the state's
And how much do you know what the cost, Ms. Urubasu, can you please stop?
All right, guys, this next part is crucial. The judge demands numbers. Mr. Vela admits his TRICARE plan costs $210 a month, and to add his son, it'll jump to around $320. That includes himself, his daughter, and Silas. The math is rolling, and the judge's patience is razor thin. She wants exact figures, not estimates. The courtroom energy tightens, calculators out, attorneys whispering, everyone trying to prove who should really pay what. This is real-time financial warfare, courtroom edition.
The sharing.
Yes. Oh, yes. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Vela, do you know the cost of the insurance? Or
So
you
for
don't
myself
have that information?
I have the information. I can say it because I looked it up when I was talking to the agent or the officer.
Okay.
So right now I pay about $210 a month, but it'd be like an additional $160 to add Silas on. to my insurance, so I'd be paying $340, $320 a month if he was
But that
added.
340 includes you, right?
And my other child, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So on that plan is you, your other son, and Silas, right? That's 3 people?
Yes, me, my daughter, and possibly
Okay.
Silas if he was
And so
added.
what is the total? It's 210 now, but by adding Silas here.
It'd be about 320, 300.
Okay, let me get a calculator. You may want to
Your Honor, I calculated, based on what he said, $340, $113 each.
Sounds about right.
128 you have. And do you have dental care?
Yes, but that's TRICARE doesn't provide that. It's only health, so it's like an outside
Oh, okay.
insurance for the dental coverage. And I believe it's only my daughter that's on that. I'm not sure if I'm on there.
Okay.
Now, the state's attorney runs calculations. They estimate around $113 per child for health coverage, subtracting that from his support amount. The judge nods, focused, but she doesn't stop there. She reminds everyone if either parent has insurance, we use it, not government aid. Boom. That's the law. You can feel her frustration with the back and forth excuses. It's not about comfort or preference anymore, it's about legal compliance and fairness. The tone in the courtroom turns strict, decisive, and final.
Your Honor, based on the amounts that he gave me, I have $113 for health insurance through TRICARE.
Okay. Let me see. You said it was 320?
320 or
Okay.
340? Mr. Vella?
Sorry, what was that?
320 or 340?
It'd be about 320-ish, give or take.
All
I
right.
looked at that earlier, but I'm also at work, so I'm taking care of other stuff at the moment as well. But
Okay.
that's what I got from this morning.
Okay, so it's 106 per child. So you give them
106.
credit, and that comes out to what, Ms. Urubaso? And Ms. Meyer, we're doing this because the family code states that if insurance is available through either parent, we have to do that one, not the government.
Yes, ma'am, I
That's
understand.
That's only for people that don't have insurance. So he would provide insurance coverage at his place of employment. We deduct
And as the math wraps up, the room finally settles. Mr. Vella agrees to bring exact numbers from his office. The judge gives him that firm, no-nonsense look. She's not playing games with vague answers. Meanwhile, another case enters the docket, but this father's situation still hangs in the air. The viewers know once those insurance numbers hit, they'll determine exactly how much he pays. It's the calm before the storm, and everyone's waiting for the final number that will decide everything.
the 106 from we have to give him credit for that. So the child support comes out to how much, Ms. Urubaso?
Well, Your Honor, we had calculated medical insurance at 128, child support at 1,295.
Okay.
And if you want, I can run back to my office and look at my computer one more time. I should still have it pulled up and see that set number. It'd take me like 1 minute to get there.
But if you wish, we had you it's a difference between 106 and 128. So we just have to give you credit. If you're paying 106, we deduct that from the 1,295. If you're paying more than that, then, so if you want to get us the actual cost, you can do that, Mr. Vela.
Okay, I can do that, Your Honor.
All right. And Ms. Casares, yours is a hearing also, right? Or is it an announcement, Ms. Casares, on number 11?
Yeah, that one, Ms. Casares did a motion to intervene.
Yes.
However, she's requesting conservatorship. So there's an intervention into a retum. And I think she's asking to reset so she can do a change of status.
That's correct.
Is there an existing order, Mr. Feist?
Yes,
Yes.
Your Honor.
And you all, your motion is what kind of a motion?
And the courtroom now transitions into another intense hearing, one involving grandparents and custody intervention. Even though it's a different case, it mirrors the chaos of family court perfectly. Lawyers argue about arrears, modifications, and conservatorship rights. The judge maintains order, but you can sense fatigue. Every case here carries broken families, half-signed papers, and too many pending outcomes. The drama doesn't slow, if anything. It reminds viewers how emotionally loaded every child-related ruling can be.
Fine, Judge?
No, Mr. Feist, you all have a motion or?
It's a
strictly-
confirmation of arrears and modification, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Cáceres.
However, it's between the two parties. She's intervening with the grandparents.
Right, but that needs to be before the referring court. The family code states if it's in any way, connected to what we have in front of me, which would be an establishment. We're here only for arrears, so a change of custody would be the referring court, and that would be, which court is it?
365.
Yeah, the 365th. So we can go forward in the arrears, or we can send everything up. But I know Judge Abascal is going to want us to hear the arrears here, so I can give you a reset if you want on the arrears motion.
Yes, Judge, we're gonna need a contested hearing on that because my client has been supporting the children directly because they've lived with his parents.
Okay.
So I'll need to put on evidence of that.
All right. All right, Mr. Guardiola and Ms. Cortez, if you can turn on your video.
Mr. Guardiola is on through his phone, Judge, through a phone call.
Yeah, I think, is this him with the 3 numbers ending in 191, Mr. Guardiola? No.
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 Okay, there you go. Mr. Guardiola and Ms. Cortez, we're gonna reset this case. What's happening is that Ms. Cáceres represents the grandparents, which will be heard by Judge Abascal. But we need to hear our case first on the arrears and how much is owed in child support. But apparently there is, that needs a hearing.
Things escalate again. Another attorney steps up, explaining that the grandparents have temporary guardianship, while the biological mother, Ms. Cortez, hasn't had her kids for over a year. She argues back, fiercely claiming the father refused to return them after visitation. The courtroom becomes a verbal battlefield. The judge calmly resets the case to November 18th, giving everyone one more chance to bring proof. It's pure family court chaos, a mix of pain, pride, and protective instincts colliding on record.
So we can't go forward today, but I'll give you the hearing date of November the 18th. And then after we do that, then obviously Ms. Cáceres will have something pending in the other court, okay?
Judge, I'm gonna have about 6 witnesses, including all the children. What time will that be at?
We can also do it, because it just got filed in March, we can also do it December 9th.
And in the meantime, will the child support keep accruing because the Ms. Cortez is the non-custodial parent. She hasn't had possession of the kids in over a year.
I am the custodian.
For the sold vehicles?
Oh, Ricardo refused to bring back the children whenever after his visitation, so he was supposed to bring them back.
They don't want to go back, and we have a temporary guardianship, Judge, that lasts for 2 years.
Yeah, you know what? You want to do November 18th then?
And
It's sooner?
Yes.
Location.
Okay, Ms. Cortez, is November 18th available to you?
Yes.
All right, November 18th. Ms. Cortez, if you wish, consult an attorney, because they are seeking custody and then some credits on the arrears because of possession of the children. So if you wish, in between now and the 18th, you can consult an attorney in case you feel you need one, okay?
Yes, ma'am. And I have
right.
all my evidence as well.
All right, then we'll see you November the 18th. Thank you, Mr. Guardiola.
All right, guys, by this point, Emotions are running wild. Miss Cortez declares she's got all her evidence ready, but the judge warns her, consult an attorney. You can tell this isn't going to be a simple battle. Grandparents, custody, arrears, it's all tangled. Meanwhile, you can almost see the exhaustion on the judge's face. She's done with arguments and resets the matter firmly. November 18th, that's Judgment Day. You just know when that date hits, someone's walking out in tears.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Ms. Cáceres. That's your last case.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Vela, did you get the cost? There's a person on a telephone ending in 191. Can you press *6 so I can find out who it is, please? The person on the telephone ending in 191. Press *6. La persona en el teléfono con los últimos 3 números, 191. Ándele, su nombre, por favor. Hello?
Jose Orona.
José Orona?
Yes, ma'am.
Ok. Mr. Orona, su caso está para el enero 27. ¿Ok?
¿Mande?
Enero, tu caso está citado para el 27 de enero.
¿Hasta
Ok.
el año que entra?
Sí, porque ella estaba aquí, Cecilia estaba aquí a las 9 y como todavía no le habían dado los papeles a usted, usted no estuvo aquí a las 9, lo pusimos para el 27 de enero, ¿ok?
But the thing is that how I'm working right now,
The courtroom thins out, but Mr. Vela's case is still lingering. The judge calls out, "Did you get the cost, Mr. Vela?" No answer. Silence. Turns out he's still at work, struggling to stay connected over the phone. The judge tries to reach him again and again. Press *6. We can't hear you. The technical mess adds one more layer of frustration. It's chaotic, but also painfully real. This is what modern virtual courtrooms look like. Real lives, bad Wi-Fi, high stake.
really
Okay.
can't like be using the phone.
Yeah,
So,
she left, Mr.
like,
Orona.
I'm
She
here,
left
like
it,
I'm around. Excuse me?
yeah, she left at 9, so we can't proceed.
Oh, it's
So the
And
27th
was I
of
supposed to go
January.
I can't.
spread it out.
Mr. Vela, can you put your phone on mute for just a second?
Yeah, we don't share.
Okay, I think he hung up already.
I think so too.
All right, Mr. Vela, can you hear us? Because I don't think you're connected to audio.
I don't believe he can, Judge. He sent a message saying that he couldn't hear
Okay.
on the chat.
Yes.
He also looks frozen, possibly.
Yeah, he definitely
I do
is.
that when I do like, I do the one finger technique. That's not what.
Mr. Vela, can you hear us now? Click on the
Okay.
little red
Yeah.
microphone.
Okay, I can hear you now.
All right. Now, Mr. Vela, what is the cost of the insurance?
Well, after that,
Okay,
For
Mr.
member and
Vela,
families.
you're not. Can you all hear him or is it me?
No, I cannot, Your Honor. Maybe if he turns off his video.
Guys, this is while the judge keeps the courtroom calm while phones buzz and connections drop. Mr. Vela freezes on screen, sound cutting in and out. The clerk's trying to help, the attorney's waiting, and the clock keeps ticking. This moment captures the raw, unpredictable side of justice. No fancy edits, no perfect setup. Just a hard-working father, a strict judge, and a digital courtroom holding everything together by a thread.
He'll get better reception.
Are you gonna replace that one?
Hello?
Okay, can you hear us now, Mr. Vela?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Give us the cost of the insurance, Mr. Vela, please.
It was still the same numbers I was saying. The one something.
No, don't give me something. I need the exact amount, Mr. Vela. That's why you were going to your office.
Yep, that's right.
Finally, Mr. Vela reconnects. It's still the same amount, he says, but the judge shuts it down, no guesses. I need the exact number. That's the final tone of authority. No room for maybe, no room for emotion, just precision. As the video ends, she reminds him to report the real figures. Viewers, this case isn't about drama, it's about the grind of legal truth. When emotions meet paperwork, justice demands clarity. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and return because this courtroom saga isn't over yet.